So for this video, we're going to talk about Nana. We're gonna watch this replay, and as you can see, we've got a somewhat balanced lineup on paper, but our Layla has said as last pick that he was forced to choose Layla because of our picks that we needed to have a marksman, and that he isn't really using marksman. So in my point of view, that's a red flag. Like, oh, that's our late game potential. So with our lineup, we got a Vexana, we got me as Nana, and we're the early game. So our late game will be Sun and Layla. So if Layla does not do her part in this segment, so we might lose this battle, especially against a lineup of the enemies with the Karina, and they got a very good lineup. Also, they got a carry. I apologize for that. They got a carry, and then they got Guinevere, they got Mino, all meta heroes. They also got Cho, and another A-class mage in Alice. So what I'm doing here is just, since they're all in the middle lane and top lane, I'm just sacking and just building up gold and experience so that I may have more items. So my thinking is that I may not be going for right click build because there's no need to. They're not that tanky except for Minotaur. So in my point of view, I can do magic damage build, but I will be relying on my positioning. I will be relying on the setup and the follow-up damage by my teammates. So here I see that I'm being surrounded. I see Cho. I was trying to be careful, trying to spot out where I can the Cho is with my second skill, the Molina. And even though Alice has the longer range than mine in terms of her first skill, I was I was ahead in terms of who got the level advantage. So I tried to be as aggressive as possible, spamming my second skill and my ulti. Here I was thinking that I have no mana. I'll just be using my time to farm up, push the lane and farm up. Meanwhile, I'm the highest farmer in the game because, of course, I was solo lane. While in the enemy side, their carry is very far ahead in farm. So what I did was just spam my first skill and then just TP back. Looking at my items, I just watch top, and in my items I really wanted to go damage. So easiest thing to do would be to go Winter Truncheon because it gives me that extra burst of magical damage and then that cooldown reduction. And I saw that she got hit by my I should have flickered there. I could have killed her, but yeah, I focused on farming instead. And I didn't know who was behind me. So if I flicker in and I kill her, I will have to go back to base. I will have to recall. and I tried to take the enemy crab, but I saw that teammates are taking the turtle. So meanwhile, Cho has scouted this, I think, and I saw Cho with my Molina, so I dropped another Molina, carry carelessly, ran into it. I tried to take the crab with my ultimate, and Alice tried to go in on me under the tower. I made sure that I got damage by her so that the tower aggro can shift from attacking the minion to Alice herself. So I purposely let myself get hit by her ultimate, and with that I got my Winter Truncheon, and that's that. I made sure that I attack using my first skill so that, and hit her with my first skill so that she would be slowed enough that she wouldn't be able to get away from the tower that easily. And it's time to go back again. So at this point, my thinking is that I'm just gonna take this tower, give my team the pushing advantage, and help my team get the gold, because somehow we can see that we're still behind in the farm department, and others are like Guinevere are just taking our buffs. So our farm, and looks like I will be soloing the Alice to her death, and I stayed just a second too late to retreat. So with that, I'll just explain the skills that Nana has. First skill, it's a boomerang. So the first instance that I'm dead here. The first instance that I'm hit with the no, the first instance that it hits the enemy, it slows them, and then it goes back, and if it hits them again, it also slows them. But the damage will be much smaller than the previous damage. So in my case, it doesn't really matter that the second damage, the second proc of the boomerang isn't that high in damage. My thinking is that I just want the slow to be on the enemy as long as possible, so that my second skill, the Molina, see, I always cast the second skill first, because it gives me better chance to cast my first skill, I mean my ultimate. So with that, I see that there's a Cho, there's a Minotaur, so they're trying to kite the Minotaur, trying to not let him proc his ulti on us, in our faces, while there are three of us. So I again cast my Molina on him, near him. And if there's a chance that the Minotaur would see the Molina and just decides to back away, and nice ulti by Akai, pressing the Minotaur, the Guinevere into the wall so we can have free hits. And the Guinevere went glass tank build with a Feather of Heaven, although she's already got 4 kills with that. Anyways, so I got my Winter Truncheon, and for boots, I chose Magic Shoes because I'm thinking that I want to be as much as possible dealing as much damage as possible in any scenarios. So the thinking is that I will be casting my skills, I will be attacking them. Oh, nice dodge by Carrie, and she will survive that with an Aegis. Oh my. and I survived that. This instance I didn't readily back yet because I saw my teammates committing, and that is a good setup. Look, if I back out right away there and didn't cast my first skill, which gave them the slow, they might not still be in the position that to have Vexana cast her skill, which provides additional CC for our Sun to complete the kill. And I was thinking that my ultimate, which is just 19 seconds by the way, in this cooldown would be somewhat of a waste. So with my skill build, I chose both Winter Truncheon and okay, she flanked our Layla, but I made sure that I saw it and then rotate to help and casted my ultimate in the direction she was in, and luckily it hit her and she was stunned, and Akai with a follow-up we were able to kill the Guinevere, who up until that point was the sole person carrying their team. Now there is that shift, of course. We can see that their opponent carry already has 2 kills and 2 assists with no deaths to her name. So at this point we can see the difference between the carries, and again Minotaur is being kited very badly here. Alice will die to the tower shots, and that's a 2-for-0 exchange. And now they're lacking their tank, except that Akai is caught off guard with that Cho combination. So again, I will be explaining the item choices that I have. So Winter Truncheon, burst and cooldown. My magic shoes for the cooldown, for additional cooldowns on my spells. Look at that, boomerang 2.4 seconds, max level. Molina 8 seconds, and then my Molina Blitz, my ultimate 19.2 seconds. I could maybe at most use this twice within a single clash. So currently I have 35% cooldown reduction, which is near the maximum cooldown reduction of 40%. So I'm as near as possible to the cooldown reductions to spam my skills. So my thinking is that maybe I should have more damage. At this point I have the highest net worth in the game, followed by our Akai. So we're thinking of, okay, we got the CC from Akai, we got the CC from Vexana, we got the CC from myself, and the Cho is trying to get rid of our Vexana. Vexana was able to kite around the Cho. They all lined up perfectly. Layla just unleashes her ultimate. I also unleashes my ultimate. 3 people got hit with that ultimate and they die. So I'm thinking there that go and kill that opponent carry. Hopefully we can kill her, but she was too fast. So with that, I chose Fleeting Time. Again, more cooldown reduction on my ultimate. Look at that, 16.8 seconds. And with the additional control with Vexana and with myself in my ultimate, we were able to kill the carry with no problems. That's why I chose to have magical build instead of the builds that other people would go for when they say, oh, our MM is not that dependable, I should be the one to provide the physical damage. No, you should also look at what your lineup brings to the team, what your opponent's lineup is like, which is they're not really that tanky. in this regard. So why should I? There's really no need to provide physical damage unless it's uber late game. But since we're still winning and it doesn't look like the opponent has been making headway into surviving our bursts, even with our Athena shield, I'm thinking, man, just double down the damage. Don't need to have burst. And we contested the Lord. The red team contested the Lord here, and they were successful enough to get the Lord. So they were able to prolong their life in this game. So currently, I'm the one carrying the team with 6 kills and 12 assists. Mostly because of, not because I'm the one doing the most damage, mind you. I'm the one doing many of the crowd controls, the chain stuns, the disables, like the last instance that you see, the last team fight. You could see that they all perfectly aligned in the middle lane. I just casted my ult. I saw that it's not just gonna hit one person, it's gonna hit so many. And that's how you place your ult. Many people really underestimate Nana because of her size, because of her not being a burst. But we can see that she really can provide the burst. Look, Cho, with just my ultimate and my second skill, Half-Life. It's not like I have enough burst damage in my arsenal. I already got my Lightning Truncheon, sure. But my other items, my Calamity Reaper, it deals true damage when I use my normal attack. Fleeting Time is not really burst. Divine Glaive, yes, sure, that's the burst. But I got it relatively late. So this is the instance that I say, okay, we're going for the GG push. I'm going for Feather of Heaven with my attack speed, to have more attack speed. And right here you can see the enemy really fighting. But it was too much, it was too late. Damage has been done. We were able to snowball from our lineup, make it so that we can win earlier than the opponent can come online. Their carry, although she has already had her items, you could say that she's 6-slotted and she's the most farmed carry in the game, but she doesn't have, aside from the immortality, any sustainability items against our controls, against our CC. She will get kited around with Akai, with myself, with Vexana. So it really is teamwork. Nana, very underrated hero. Other people will just go for the physical route. I really do not like the physical route. Nana can be very versatile. You can have different kinds of shoes on her. You can have rapid boots, you can have wizard shoes, you can have magic boots. You could have different types of items, fleeting time, lightning truncheon. You could go damage item. You could go, hell, you could even go defensive items. You could go the diggy route and just plain tank for your team somewhat. That's how you put your team in a good position to win the games. And you could see here, I've dealt the most damage because I maximized the use of my ultimate, which is a CC within a straight line. So it hits many enemies, hits them multiple locations, and that contributes to a lot of damage being done, so that my teammates can follow up with their own damage. And even though our MM says that he does not really use MM, he was able to spot good opportunities to use his ultimate. That, oh, our Vexana got them in a straight line. Oh, our Nana CC'd them in a straight line. I'll just precast my ult so that they will be in a low enough life that maybe Sun and Akai can just finish them off. And that's what we did. It's really a team game. Nana, a support, a mage, your finisher.